In 1996, a bright young woman named Elise Harper vanished without a trace. After her night shift at a small town diner, no body, no witnesses, just a trail of blood, a cryptic note, and a town that refused to speak. Now, nearly 3 decades later, a former police officer has come forward with what he found hidden in the floorboards of the old Harper house. What happened to Elise Harper? And why has the truth been buried so long? Tonight, we unravel a real-life mystery, laced with darkness, deception, and something far more terrifying than anyone ever imagined. Everyone in Rosebridge knew Elise Harper. She was the kind of person you couldn't help but notice, always smiling, always asking how your mother was doing, always offering an extra cup of coffee to the tired truckers passing through the sleepy Pennsylvania town. At 23, she was saving money to leave Rosebridge behind and attend veterinary school. But on the rainy night of October 3rd, 1996, Elise clocked out of the Silver Spoon Diner and vanished. No goodbye, no sign of struggle, just gone. Her disappearance shook the town, not because crimes didn't happen in Rosebridge, but because they didn't happen to people like Elise. Her car was still in the parking lot. Her purse was found locked inside. The manager, Hank Mallory, had been the last to see her, claiming she left through the back around midnight. But something about the timeline never sat right. By sunrise, her mother, June Harper, was already dialing the sheriff's office. She knew her daughter's habits. Elise always called, always came home. Detective Mark Hadley was assigned to the case. A man nearing retirement, he approached the job with a rigid, methodical calm. But Elise's case got under his skin. The forensic evidence was thin, too thin. A few drops of blood on the alleyway gravel. A shoe print that didn't match Elise's or any employee. A cigarette butt lodged into the wood beside the dumpster. No signs of a chase. No witnesses. 3 days later, a note arrived at the Harper residence. It was a single piece of lined paper, folded 4 times, smudged with something dark. The message read, "You should have listened when she said no." There was no signature, no fingerprints, just those words. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some claimed she ran off with someone. Others believed she'd uncovered something at the diner, maybe drugs, or some kind of secret meeting. But June insisted Elise wasn't that kind of girl. She had dreams, routines. She left her cat unfed, her letters unfinished. Something happened. Detective Hadley interrogated everyone at the diner. Hank Mallory was oddly cooperative, but too polished. He produced security footage from inside the diner that showed Elise cleaning tables, saying goodbye to coworkers, leaving through the back. And then nothing. The camera covering the back alley had stopped recording the day before. According to Hank, it was a wiring issue. When Hadley revisited the footage months later, he noticed something odd. At exactly 11:58 p.m., Elise looked up, startled, and mouthed something as if she recognized someone out of frame. Then she rushed toward the back. She wasn't walking. She was running. But the town moved on. The case went cold. Elise became one of those missing persons you see on bulletin boards and weathered flyers. Smiling, young, lost to time. That would have been the end of it, if not for what surfaced 25 years later. In 2021, the Harper home, long since abandoned, was purchased by a new couple looking to renovate the property. While tearing out the warped hardwood in the upstairs bedroom, The contractor found a false panel beneath the floorboards. Inside, a shoe, Elise's shoe. It was wrapped in a plastic bag, along with a small, water-damaged cassette tape. No label, no explanation. The couple turned everything over to the police, but by then, Detective Hadley had retired. Still, when he heard the news, he requested access. And when he listened to that tape, something in him cracked. The audio was muffled, but one thing was clear. A voice. Elise's voice. She was crying, whispering something repeatedly. "It's Hank!" He said no one would believe me. "Please, if anyone finds this, I tried to tell them." Then a bang, a scream, silence. The authorities brought Hank Mallory in for questioning. Now in his 60s, living 2 towns over. He denied everything, claimed the tape was fake, a hoax. Said he hadn't even been in Rosebridge the night Elise disappeared. An obvious lie disproven by multiple witnesses. But there wasn't enough evidence to charge him. That's when Hadley did something reckless. He went back to the old Silver Spoon diner himself. It was shut down years ago, boarded up and decaying. Still, he managed to pry open the back door. The kitchen remained eerily intact. Dust-covered napkin holders, rusted silverware, and in the far corner, beneath the warped tile where the mop bucket once stood, he found a trap door. Inside, the remains of a body, buried in lime, wrapped in plastic. Dental records confirmed it. Elise Harper. She'd been there the whole time, beneath the feet of customers, beneath the gossip and laughter and bad coffee, beneath the lies. Authorities arrested Hank Mallory that week. But before he could be tried, he died in his cell, an apparent suicide. He left no note. But that wasn't the end. After the body was discovered, Detective Hadley began having strange visitors. People he didn't recognize asking about Elise, asking why the tape was played. And on more than one occasion, he noticed his mailbox pried open, letters missing. He believed someone else was involved, someone who helped Hank, or protected him. Perhaps even someone still walking the streets of Rosebridge, watching, waiting for the story to die again. In his final interview before vanishing into retirement, Hadley said, "We found Elise, yes, but we didn't find them all. There are more tapes, more lies, more rooms in this town that should have stayed locked. Justice came too late for Elise Harper, and maybe it didn't come at all. Hank is gone, the diner is gone, but the tape still exists, somewhere, hidden, forgotten, or maybe protected. If this case teaches us anything, it's that evil doesn't always wear a mask. Sometimes it smiles, serves your food, and disappears before the truth catches up. More mysteries still haunt Rosebridge, and others are out there, waiting to be uncovered. If you want to keep diving into the chilling unknown, subscribe to Midnight Mysteries and turn on notifications, because the truth is rarely what it seems, and some stories don't end when the tape stops playing.